With the release of Squid Game and Halloween coming up, I have been asked to make a video many times on how to watch a horror movie without getting scared. Here are the 3 steps.
Step 1. Turn the volume to the max. Step 2. Turn off all of your lights. Step 3. Don't be a pussy. All jokes aside, I'll give you 3 secrets to help you mentally get over the fear. There are chapters in the video, so you can skip to whatever interests you the most. Without further ado, I am Max from the Movie Simps, and let's start simping. Before I start with the secrets, let's begin how fear in horror movies actually works. What screenwriters and directors want is to get into your head, to make you physically threatened, so that you think there is a monster that wants to eat you outside of your room. However, you shouldn't worry, because fear is a normal human behavior. That's your body's natural response. Kristen Lindgren, psychologist at the University of Washington, points out, anxiety is when that fear response goes off at a time that isn't actually dangerous, but it's seeming or feeling like it's dangerous. But that still doesn't answer the question, why are you scared afterwards? There are 3 parts of the response. The first one is happening during the movie. That's when you jump scare. Subconsciously, your mind is asking itself, should I run or should I fight? The second phase is when your body is processing how real the threat actually was. Those are usually the thoughts for the first hour after the movie ends. And lastly, we have the third stage, which is the memorization of the scary image. If you see a lion out in the wild, your brain will remember the picture of it because it needs to keep you safe if there is another encounter. That's the basic philosophy of fear. Now let's dive into some tips and tricks to help you during the movie, and then to some to help you get over it. Secret number 1. Expect the jump scare. The reason why some people love horror movies and others are triggered by them is due to the jump scares. Jump scares are, well, they're pretty self-explanatory. That's when you startle during the movie. But did you know that there are actually ways to expect the jump scare? For instance, when there is silence during the movie and the lightness is down, there should be one. To emphasize the jump scare, editors use a technique called the big boom. That's not true, I just came up with the name, but we will call it the big boom. So, the big boom, that's when the monster, killer, or whatever it is, comes out of nowhere. To make it more scary, filmmakers use flashy effects, high volume music, fast and shaky shots after silence and darkness. This unexpected rush is hard to comprehend in the short period of time and makes the viewer jump scare. So if there is no dialogue, or sometimes the characters are talking slowly, if there is a smooth camera movement, low or no music at all, then just sit tight and expect the jump scare. Secret number 2. During and after the movie, it is really important to remind yourself almost constantly that the threat in the movie wasn't actually real. When doing that, you can really get in depth of the plotline and enjoy the movie itself. Because, let's be honest, this is just a movie, a creation of some people who express themselves visually. If you see it as a project of some strangers, the horror will instantly disappear. Another useful way to kill the fright during the movie is to think like that. Oh, if I hadn't watched this movie, I wouldn't be scared for my survival. Then why should I be scared after I'm aware of the fake threat some weirdos made? The hard part comes in phase 3 of the response. This brings me to the next secret. Secret number 3. The best medicine that exists is time, and there is a reason for it. With time, the person subconsciously adapts to the situation he is in. For example, if your dog dies, you will be emotionally crushed at first. I wish your dog doesn't die anytime soon. Sorry for this horrible example, it's just to prove a point. Anyway, after some time, your mind will slowly forget about the event and you'll be back on track. It's the same with horror movies. In the first 2 days, you might not be able to sleep at night, but later on, the frightening memory will disappear. But there is actually a way to get over the fear faster, and that's by building a rational character within yourself. If you think logically after watching the movie, you know there is nothing to be scared of. Now I would recommend rewatching this video again or save it to watch later if you ever get scared again. Oh, and share this video to your friends so that they don't sleep with your girl because they're too scared. Now that's simping.